Hi, welcome to Jamo time. This episode we'll be talking about knitting needles. I've seen lots of requests from beginners regarding what type of needle to use. Just to say there is no right one, no wrong one. This is just my opinion, but I will run through all of the needles and it's ultimately up to you. Just one note, there is auto captions, they're automatically generated and it has fun with my accent. So please have a laugh with me when you read them. Okay, before we start, here's the intro. Hi there, welcome back to Jamo Talks. So knitting needles. First of all, we'll look at straight needles. Straight needles have been around for around 1,000 years, so they've got to be good. Now they come in a range of metal, plastic, wood, used by lots of people and have been over the years. So I personally have never ever used a pair of straight needles. One of the limitations is you're limited by the size of the needle for how many stitches you can get on. You can't get any more, and then basically you have to hold all the weight on the needle, and also you can't knit around. So they're your straight needles, very good, and I will say very good for beginners who just want to give it a go. Secondly, our adaptation on single needles is you have your double pointers. So they come in packs of usually 5. Metal, wood, plastic. Again, preference, up to you. So put them together and then you knit from one to the other with the 5th one. They are often used for people when they're decreasing and they can't fit them on their other needles. Limitations usually for smaller work, and a bit of experience is needed for getting around the corners and making sure your tension's right. But once you've got that right, my knitting mentor uses these and she has been using them for about 50 years, and she knits all the socks on them and she knits a darn good sock. Right. In the early 1900s, circular needles came along, and they sort of bit of revolution. You can knit flat on them and you can knit them around. So we'll look at fixed circulars first. You have your long ones, you have short ones. That's my beanie. Long ones, you can do small projects as well in the round because you can use magic loop, which will be a subject for another video. You can also knit when it's smaller by using 2 circular needles, which is what I do, and again, another video. One of the limitations of your fixed circular needles is if you're using different gauges on different projects, you would need a different set of needles. Also, if you needed different lengths, you would need the full set of different lengths as well. So it can mean a lot of needles. Which brings us nicely along to interchangeable. So interchangeable, you get a set of wires or cables. I've got long ones, medium, short. You can also join them together with little joiners. Now, so basically, if you're making a blanket, you can get 2 meter cables, join them together. You can even put 3 together, 3 meters. That makes a very long needle and makes it easier to do the work. You can buy the ends in singles, or you can buy them in compendiums. This was one I bought because I like the cover, because it's a bit more manly. So, and you have my first set of interchangeables, which is my Addies. So metal, plastic, wood again. You get the desired cable. This set, which is Knit Pro, you would put your key in and turn on the end, screw it on and give it a good. With Addie, they have a push on, So again, it's down to preference which you would like. I will say I like the Knit Pro because currently I'm changing the actual needles I use, and all the cables work on all their different ranges, so that's really good. Now there is another set, which is these little, I don't know what to call them, flexi needles. Great for knitting small projects in the round. I've used these a few times. They come in sets of 3. I think it's only Addy that makes them at the moment, but really good. And I'll try and do a video on how to use them as well. The only thing with circular needles, whether they're fixed or interchangeable, beware of some of the cheaper brands, because it's very important that the join between the actual needle and the cable is quite smooth. If not, when you're trying to move your work across it, it will snag. So sometimes it's worth paying a little bit more and getting that smoothness in the needle. So like I say, my preference is interchangeable, but when you're starting off and you want to give it a go, try a fixed pair because they're cheaper to buy, or try with a pair of straight. It's up to you. Have a go. But they're all the different needles, their pros, their cons. I hope it's helped a little bit. And that's from me until another episode. Hope you've enjoyed Jamo time. I love talking to you. Thank you very much.